Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Guys, आज हम वापस इंडिविजुअली खेलने वाले हैं। तो ऑलमोस्ट अपनों ने 4 डन कंप्लीट कर लिया है। आज 3 से स्टार्ट करेंगे, 3 से वापस अपने 1 तक ट्राई करेंगे जाने का। तो मे बी आज ट्राई करेंगे कि 3 तो कंप्लीट हो जाए। अगर 1 अपने को 1 तक नहीं जाएगा तो तीसरा जो अपना रीजनल लीग का जो सेशन है, जो लीग का है, तो वो तीसरा आज कंप्लीट करके ही जाएंगे। उसके बाद फिर देखते हैं। ठीक है गाइस, अभी जो मैं लाया हूँ, मतलब आई थिंक बहुत सारे मैंने ऑब्जर्व किया है कि स्मार्ट असिस्ट ऑन करके देखते हैं, खेलते हैं। तो मैंने भी कल रात को एक एक्सपेरिमेंट किया कि चल ठीक है, अपने भी इतना खेलते हैं, उसके हिसाब से करते हैं। तो एक बार अपने भी ट्राई करते हैं स्मार्ट असिस्ट ऑन करने का। तो भाई साहब, जो रिजल्ट आया ना, खतरनाक, मतलब बहुत खतरनाक, अननेसेसरी। मतलब अपने क्या कहते हैं वो सी टाइप वर्ड भी बोलते हैं ना, बहुत कम पड़ता है अपने को सही में वो चीज़ बोलने के लिए। फ़ोन में ठीक है अपने खेल सकते हैं, लेकिन उसमें होता है, पीसी में होता है ना एक अलग से एक कंट्रोलर कंसोल वगैरह सब रहता है साथ में। तो हाथ के ऊपर अपना होता है, अपने माइंड के ऊपर रहता है, तो उसके हिसाब से अपने करते हैं। ठीक है, तो मैंने जस्ट 4 स्टेज जो अपना कंप्लीट है वो पूरा स्मार्ट असिस्ट ऑन करके खेला। तो और भाई साहब, एक भी मैच मैंने लॉस नहीं किया उसमें। तो अनबीटेबल अनबीटेबल मैंने कंप्लीट किया है सीजन 4। ठीक है, और 3 भी अपने जस्ट स्टार्ट करके देखते हैं। नहीं होगा, 1-2 मैच अपने स्मार्ट असिस्ट से खेलेंगे। अगर उसके बाद फिर अपने जो अपना रेगुलर है, जो स्मार्ट असिस्ट ऑफ करके अपने खेलेंगे। ठीक है। हेलो राव, क्या हाल चाल है? राव, तुम लोग स्मार्ट असिस्ट ऑन करके खेलते हो फोन में? फोन में तो आज तक मैंने कभी स्मार्ट असिस्ट ऑन करके देखा ही नहीं है, लेकिन ठीक है। यार, वो तेरी मानने की बात है, पनौती है कि नहीं है, पर कोई बात नहीं, चलेगा। मैं ये सब पे बिलीव नहीं करता। वो लास्ट टाइम हो गया सो हो गया, लेकिन अब नहीं करता हूँ। ठीक है, पहले भी नहीं करता था और अभी भी नहीं करता, चलता है, कोई बात नहीं। वो तो अपने पे है कि अपने कैसे खेलते हैं। पनौती मनौती यार, ये सब।
Well, there is a definite sense of occasion here as both teams square up to each other with fire in their eyes. This is a day for hope, for expectation, for renewed ambition. Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. Well, we're on the way. Well, don't worry too much about sophistication and style where Gennaro Gattuso's involved, but my goodness me, despite all of that, he's priceless to any team, isn't he?
Yeah, he's living proof of the benefits of keeping it simple, Peter. He's there to win the ball, and once he does that, he's just going to play it short and stick to his position a little deeper in midfield.
Which all sounds very easy, but it's brought him one mighty pile of success down the years.
And it works a treat, provided he's paired with the right folks around him.
And we have our very first corner.
मैंने फ़ोन में कभी नहीं किया है, मैंने फ़ोन में कभी नहीं किया है।
That's a lovely, neat pass. Milan have the chance to go the other way.
ये फ़ोन में करके खेलता ना, तो फ़ोन में तो अब तक तो क्या बोलूँ मैं।
And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. That is ended up in no
और
man's
अभी क्या
land.
है कि कंसोल के साथ खेलता ना, तो फ़ोन में इतना नहीं जमता है मेरे को।
Mbappe. And it's Azar. Chance here to counter. Mbappe. Now that looks a decent ball. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Howson. Nothing significant to report up to this point, but we are still very early in the game. Now Mbappe. Some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. So it is still 0-0. Oh, that's a fine interception. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And he's cut it out. Howson clears it away. Xavi Alonso is always scanning the pitch for targets. Hazard was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Mbappe. And he was quick to react. Vinicius Junior challenged just a bit on the firm side. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Great ball, and he shoots! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Milan have fired themselves in front.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Approaching the half-hour mark. And it's Azar. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Vitinha. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Hazard. Gattuso. Nice looking ball. And no, that was never going to make it. Vitinha. Vitinha. And he welcomes it in. Oh, that's a key interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Mbappe stood up well to him there. Spread neatly.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Pinches it off him. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. This might spell danger. No, it's not getting there. Marquinhos. Vitinha. Mbappe. And here's Owen. Thinks about the shot. Mbappe. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Azar. And he's managed to get free. Time and again they are repelled. And that'll be the last act of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
That gets things going for the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Some resolute defending there. Marquinhos pokes it out wide. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And that's a nicely shaped ball. Now there's a... Oh, shooting chance! Oh, taken with style. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is...
Real chance! It's run... Oh, he's been caught napping. And it's Azar.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
He's got away. Abiati claims comfortably. Now it's Owen. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, beautifully shaped ball. Mbappe gets flagged offside. Looking for a runner. Mbappe looking to run onto it. And they're not going to make any further progress now. He won't be happy with that one. Hazard. And now the breakaway. And it's been played through. He's onside. Picked out. He's had a shot!
अरे यार
Oh, what has happened here?
क्या सीन है
That's going to go a long way.
इजी गोल था ये
Gerrard. And it's Rijkaard. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Now it's Owen. And he's intervened well there. Now it's Guti. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Good ball, good take. Vinicius Junior! And it's come back out to him. It's in! And the comeback is complete. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
दस पंद्रह क्या गोल मारेगा उसमें, ठीक है नॉर्मल है चलेगा। 100% स्टेमिना तो नहीं होता कोई भी गेम में, 2-3 प्लेयर ही होते हैं जो 100% स्टेमिना होता है। और ये चीज़ तो मेरे को अब बता रहा है क्योंकि बहुत पहले से मेरे को ये पता है, तो पर फ़ोन में मैं ऐसा ये तुम्हारे ऊपर नहीं खेलता कि ये स्टेमिना अच्छा है, ये ग्रीन वाला है पूरा एकदम अच्छे से खड़ा है,
So we have a
पर्पल
breakthrough.
हो गया है तो
Now
प्लेयर
how will
एकदम अच्छे
things
से
develop from
परफॉर्मेंस देगा।
here?
ये सब क्या है
Listen,
कि
when it comes to goals, Peter,
होता है,
in this team, he's
माइनस लगता
always
है
the
पर
number
ठीक है
one
चलता है, कोई
contender,
बात
and
नहीं।
he's done it again.
Gerrard. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Mbappe providing an outlet on that flank. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. And he is going into that little black book. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen
ऑलमोस्ट
colleague
आज की
and
डेट
they
में
look
सारे जो
worried.
है ना जितने भी है
Well, they're struggling to
सब
cope with
स्मार्ट
a
डिसीजन ऑन
pacey
करके
dribble
खेलते हैं।
because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all round.
Now, there are plenty in the middle waiting for this.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
स्लाइड है।
It'll be a throw-in.
तेरे को बेस्ट मिला क्या, बेस्ट?
Played back to the goalkeeper. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Gerrard. It's Albert Ferrer. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Threads one in. Oh, no joy this time. Guti is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Now it's Gattuso. That's a good... Mbappe! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
The message is simple: defend this with your lives. And the keeper beats it away. And he's gone looking for safety.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Now it's Mbappe. Oh, it's Perez! Decent enough try.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Mbappe. And they've switched it over to the other side. There will be 4 extra minutes. Mbappe. And it's Azar. Throw in. De Roberto. Oh, not quite. Howson. So that's it. It is all over. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So off we go then. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again, and often in a way only he can.
Absolutely. So I wonder what the little magician will have in store for us today.
Well, all I shall say is expect the unexpected.
He's having a go! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Messi is offering a wry smile there.
Nicely shaped ball. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Vinicius Junior. This looks promising. Gets a good foot in there. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Chooses the... Messi! Oh, that's a waste.
Messi really looks sharp out there. That first touch,
Hello,
sensation.
hello bro, क्या हाल चाल है?
Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Ribéry. Musiala. Mbappe gets into some space. Oh, what a climb! And it's a goal! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Now it's Mbappe. He's in plenty of space here. That's a decent clearance. And we have our very first corner. Ribéry! And he's kept it out. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Pass somewhat off target. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And here's Ribéry. Oh, good-looking ball.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Owen.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Now it's... And Owen! No mistake! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. You don't keep those out. He knew. He just knew.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Balde. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. And that has left him in a heap. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. It's their second corner of the game. That's really well cleared. And now a sudden chance to counter. Rijkaard. Azar. Nicely weighted ball. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Balde. Lovely feet. Ribery. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Now it's Owen. Who's got the final touch there? Goal kick's been given. Played through into space. Can he latch on to this? Decent chance! He has done it! With half-time at hand! Perfect timing!
कंसंट्रेट नहीं
The
होता ना, फोकस
invitation
नहीं
was
होता पूरा
clear
इसके
and
लिए.
it was accepted with
कुछ
the
ना
utmost
कुछ
glee.
डिस्टर्बेंस
That's
आती रहती है.
shocking. The ease with which he was able to get into the space.
मजा नहीं आता
And a
खेलने
player
में,
of
फिर
his
एकदम
quality
दिमाग आउट हो जाता
was
पूरा.
highly unlikely to miss that.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Searching pass he's played there. That's good vision. Just eases him off the ball.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Mbappe. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Can he get on the end of this? The ball goes in.
Ah,
And that'll be the
Bachai,
final
yaar, ye
action of the first half. That was a
Score
very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to...
And it's Owen. Shot at goal! It's a goal! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
Mbappe, Guti, Pele. Oh, that's fabulous. Crosses it in.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Ribery.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Pele. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Now it's Mbappe. And he welcomes it in. That is good alertness. Howson goes back to front. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Gerrard turns back here, probably the best option. It's Albert Ferrer. Mbappe. And it's Gerrard. That's Rijkaard. And it's Mendes. In with the challenge. Looking for options for movement. Balde. Musiala. Now it's Mbappe. Pele. Looking to play him in. Harrison kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Owen. Albert Ferrer. Over to the other side. Pinches it off him. Now it's Mbappe. Opts for safety. Mbappe is onto it in a flash. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. It's a searching pass. Balde gets over and intercepts. Guti bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Messi. Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's Messi. Tries to pass it through. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Mbappe. Ribéry in acres of space out wide. Albert Ferrer clears it away. And this is Ribéry. Ribéry showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Owen! Now, how often do you see that? And he can clear it away. And it's Guti. Pele. It's Pele! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Pele really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Played into space. And it's slung out wide. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, what a ball! And that is that. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team.
यार ये मैच हारते नहीं अपने सही में। दिमाग जब एकदम साइड पे हो जाता है ना, तो गेम में फोकस नहीं हो पाता है। तो इसके लिए अपना ये क्या इधर उधर चला जाता है दिमाग, तो मज़ा नहीं आता है फिर उसमें।
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So we're up and running.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't do what they did without the unsung heroes doing the dirty work, and Frank Rijkaard is amongst the very best in the business.
Some say the best ever.
Yep, and I can see why. He's about as sophisticated as players come, and his role covers everything from reclaiming the ball to, well, pretty much everything else. Only a man of his calibre and cleverness can do that.
Now he's tried one! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. Messi with the short one. And the shot! He's scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
So, a breakthrough already. Mbappe. Guti. Rijkaard did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Bale. He's been taken out. Could that be a penalty? The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
So, power or guile, what's it going to be? That was travelling. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And this is Hazard. Aimed beyond the defence. And that's a throw-in.
गेम में यार वो चीज़ होती है ना, वो बन नहीं पा रही अच्छे से.
Messi really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
There's the shot!
Oh, ये भी देखो गोल
Great
खा
build
जाते
up. It all deserved a better ending.
Messi has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
It's their second corner of the game. Messi plays it short. A hefty challenge, but fair enough. Corner number 3 coming up. They've played it short. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Guti. He's through here. And Guti! It's in! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
So smooth. And a chance!
सूर है
Really well taken goal.
सामने
And
वाला
the
भी स्मार्ट
comeback
डिसीजन
is
करके खेल रहा है
complete. One
तो मेरे को पता है यार
sweeping
यहाँ से
move executed with deadly
10 में से
efficiency.
8 प्लेयर
Look,
ऐसे ही
if
आते
you
ही
want to
आते
be
हैं
effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Oh, that's fabulous. Flashes it, a chance for a shot!
ओ भाई साहब
He
एक्रोबैटिक
scores!
क्या गोल मारा यार
Again,
सही में
in a
एकदम
trice,
लाजवाब
and they are soaring. Complete awareness. He understood what was needed, and he executed it smoothly.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
And the shot! Goal! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
We have got ourselves a game. And the shot! It's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
So the lead now is 2. Oh, what a climb!
ये गोल
Good
था यार
try.
खाली खाली
The
मिस किया
outcome
था
could so easily have been different.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Rijkaard. Hernandez. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. It's a pretty loose pass. Tries to play it through. Out towards the flank. Mbappe. Ball is over the line. Howson is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. He's got away. Looking for the run. No, it's come to nothing.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Gerrard! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Rijkaard. Ferdinand. Vinicius Junior.
There will be 3 minutes added to
Brahim Diaz. That has been slung wide. Howson makes the interception. Azar plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Tries to pass it through. Rijkaard. That's a little off target. And it's half-time here.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and That being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and 2 between them at half-time. Whistle goes, and we start the second half. Howson into the channel. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's found the way through. Oh, whistle's gone. Now then. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. So this to extend their lead. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
So now the difference is 3. Rashford going full tilt down the left. And this is Hazard. Chooses to go back. And he's only too happy to take that back. Rijkaard. And it's Hazard. Pele. Now it's Hazard. Neatly clipped into space. Well, there's the clearance. Koundé. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Vinicius Junior. Hazard. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
He has found the way through. Very nicely done. There's the delivery. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Messi, who does have an assist to his name.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Not the most accurate pass. Threads one in.
You can never be short of runners into space.
Real chance! And it's in! It could be a lifeline! 2 more needed! Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Mendes, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Distributed tidily. He is through here!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
So their 4th corner of the game. And it's been taken short. Koundé is onto this. Hazard gets good distance on it. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Vinicius Junior. Baresi kept his eye on it, and he's there. It's a really well-measured ball. Oh, it's Bale! That's a half-decent try.
Bale is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Substitution on the field. Number 17.
So there's going to be another change here.
Number 9. Bale. Coming on the field. Number 24. Ribery. Number 20.
Half an hour gone in the second half. And he's picked it up out wide. And it's Gerrard. Azar. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ribery looking to penetrate opposition lines.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Great chance! Mendes gets rid without sophistication. Guti proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too. Just the keeper to beat! Azar going face to face with his great rival. Guti on 2 now and looking for 3. Now it's Torres. Mbappe. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And he is going into that little black book.
Substitution in progress.
And that is high.
Gerrard has totally shown his greedy streak, and the boss is not happy, I can tell you.
Koundé. Looking for options for movement. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And it's Rijkaard. Gerrard. Rijkaard. Now Howson. Albert Ferrer. Nuno Mendes. And say Roberto. Now it's Raul. 4 added minutes on the board. Now, what about a counter-attack? Messi. Hernandez wins the duel this time. Some good work on the right flank here. And there goes the final whistle. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good.